Welcome to this episode of Mindful Medicine. I'm your host, Tracie Jones, and we're here with Dr. Jim Schrenker. Today we'll be talking about the heart chakra. And the mantra for the heart chakra is, I embrace all relationships. Dr. Schrenker, can you tell us a little bit about the heart chakra?
Yeah, heart chakra is self-explanatory. It's right in the middle of the chest. Vibrates to the color green, to the musical note F. So if we're balancing that green, the note F would work with that. If I had to distill it down into something, I'm thinking unconditional love of self and unconditional love of universal mind. The heart itself would not be the conditional love for a spouse, a dog, a baby. That would be more sacral plexus down here in the gut. This is more unconditional love that you should have for yourself and that you should have for Creator. Little more ethereal. We started with the base, which was very much human. We went to the sacral, which was everybody around you. We went back to the solar plexus, which is self and you. And now we're with love, which is the most ethereal chakra to this point, which is about the universal love and love that you should see in yourself because you are like Creator. Okay. An extension of Creator, you would say.
If someone comes into your office, can you go over the different physical symptoms they may present to you and also the emotional symptoms that they may present?
So the organs associated with the heart chakra obviously are going to be esophagus, going to be lungs, pleura, heart, maybe some of the lower neck structures, but really you're looking at the two major organs, the heart and lung. COPD, breathing problems, shortness of breath from a chronic respiratory issue, is joy, is lack of joy, is not having joy. Asthma, those people, the analogy that I would use is they're always trying to get to the top of the mountain. They never enjoy getting there. Everything's always a challenge. Everything is always, and it can be in a good way, not necessarily a bad way, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it faster. And then when they do it, they never take time to say, look, I did this. I accomplished my goal. So that is that searching for that joy, gasping for that joy with that breath. COPD, restrictive airways disease, not enjoying things, just not experiencing the joy and the love that they should for that. And that experiencing love in the earth and in a sunset and experiencing the love of another person, that's unconditional to that degree. I'm not a grandparent yet, but I can imagine just being around my grandkids is so much different than being around my natural kid or my regular kids, right? And it's that love that is there that is like, you know what? You can do whatever you want, and I'm going to love you because I'm your grandparent. Now, is it unconditional love? No, not necessarily, because you love them on the condition that they're your grandchild, right? But that gets pretty close to it. And that's the love that you should have for yourself. I've accomplished this. I've done this. I've done something. I've been a good human being. And it's not about breaking your arm, patting yourself on the back. It's about taking time to express the joy and love that you have for what you did. Because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to do good, but we're here also to understand that we do good and enjoy the fact that we did good.
Right. And I guess for you personally, one of the joys in your life is helping other people, and that's why you're a doctor.
Right.
So when you see that patient that has made that positive change in their life, or they have written in and said, Dr. Schrenker, I did what you said, and this really changed me. That's one of those things you can sit back and go, wow, that is wonderful.
Right. And again, as a human being, you can sit back and say, gosh, look how great I am. I'm an amazing human being. I'm fabulous. But that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to sit back and go, gosh, I enjoy this. Thank you. Thank you, Creator, for giving me the ability to do this. Thank you for this person. Thank you for the people that are around me. Thank you. Okay.
Gratitude.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Now I got to climb the next mountain, which is the next patient coming through the door. But trying to get people to see that and trying to get them to enjoy the little things, right? I mean, and sometimes it takes a heart attack. It takes a lung cancer for you to say, man, I'm just not taking enough time for my family. I'm not taking enough time for me. I mean, the middle-aged executive that smokes a pack of cigarettes a day and eats out all the time because he's working all the time, that's a heart attack waiting to happen. You got the stress, you got the lack of sleep, you got the worry, you got the processed food, you got the tobacco. Geez, what else do you need to have a heart attack? Well, the last thing that you need is, I'm never good enough. I always have to work harder. I have to be there. They need me. I got to do this. And you're starving everybody around you of your love, of your presence. So you have the massive heart attack. What do? Well, you start eating little leafy green vegetables, right? You may give up your cigarettes. You start going for a walk. What happens when you go for a walk? Well, oh, wow. Look at that. Look at their dog. Their dog's so cute. Well, look at the sunset. Look at the tree. And in a very real sense, when you have a near-death experience with a major problem, the trees are greener. The leaves are better. The soil is better. The grass is better. Man, if I could just go mow my grass. Whereas 2 weeks ago, I was like, God, I got to go mow my grass. All of a sudden, the things that you take for granted every day become, the center of your attention, which is where they should be, right? And we all do it. We all lose track, and we all put things that will get us nowhere in front of the people that actually are going to be wiping your butt in the nursing home. If they put you in the nursing home because they don't like you, because you're at work too much. So, that heart chakra is about those relationships that are above everything else, beyond a husband and wife, beyond a father and a son, or a father and a daughter, or a mother and their child. That is that connection to, hey, I love you because you're a human being and you're a neat human being. Not, hey, you're my daughter, you're my son, or you're my spouse. It's that I love the fact that you are on this earth. And loving Creator and loving Infinite Mind, Prime Creator, source of all that is. Loving that entity and honoring that, and honoring Gaia, and honoring Earth, and honoring everything else. I mean, gosh, we're all part of this wonderful, wonderful thing. You don't need to join Greenpeace to save the world. You just need to pick up a piece of trash that you see, and you need to be nice to the next person.
Right. Because we never know what they're going through.
Right.
Right?
Right.
If they're in a bad mood, change their mood with that smile.
Right. I mean, what if they've had the worst day of their life and you just were a pain in the butt to them for no reason?
Right. Right.
Then you've inconvenienced me because I was in a hurry, and here you are having the worst day of your life, and I'm being not nice to you. A little bit of grace goes a long way.
Right. Well, let me ask you this when it comes to the heart. You hear a lot of people talking about, well, this person did this to me and that to me, and so they build up walls.
Yeah.
So is that in your heart chakra?
Geez. Gosh. So you got all sorts of layers there. I was hurt in this relationship, and I trusted this person, and they took advantage of my trust. Now I'm not going to trust anybody else. That is a direct cut of the energy that you're allowing your heart to give to other people, and you're allowing your heart to receive. I mean, ischemia in medical terms is the lack of blood flow. That is an ischemic event. I have decided to put this wall up to protect my heart. That's not the way it works. You don't protect your heart that way. The way you protect your heart is by forgiveness of that other person, and then expanding your cup of love, expanding your ability to love to more, and maybe being less conditional in your love, right?
Right.
Did that person really hurt you, or did you allow that to happen based on a whole complex of decisions and language and actions and everything else, right?
Right.
I mean, it took both of you to get to that crossroads. So yeah, but if you look at obesity, if you look at weight, if you look at protecting your chakras, which chakras are you protecting? Where's the fat at? Where is the layer of adipose tissue that is protecting that energy source? So you have that, you have emotional walls, you have physical walls, and it's just not good. We are sentient beings. We need other people, right? And we have to be nice to those other people in order to maximize our own health. It can be very, very selfish. I'm being nice and wonderful because I want to feel good. That's a win-win situation.
That's true. And I'm sure if someone is rude to you all the time or mean to you, you can still choose to love them, but you don't have to have them as part of your life.
Crap.
Yeah.
You don't need their energy.
You're like,
you
hey,
know?
That's okay. You stay back there.
That's right.
But I still love you.
Right. Right.
Okay. And I guess if you think about it, you know, God, Creator, He is the epitome of showing the example of unconditional love. So if we are putting those conditions on like you're talking about, what if God, our Creator, did the same thing?
Right.
How quickly would we run out?
Right. Right. You know, I'm going to make you, but part of your makeup is you don't have to believe in me, like me, talk to me, ever acknowledge that I exist. You just go do whatever you want, and that makes me happy. That's unconditional love. Now, we can't do that to our kids. You know, we have to have discipline. I don't think we can do that to any other human being. I don't think that's why we're here. I don't think that's the classroom we're in on earth. There may be another place in the universe that classroom is more unconditional love. But we get way too involved to try and be spiritual and holier than thou and all that. Man, we got to be human. You got to learn anger. You got to learn resentment. You got to learn hatred. You got to learn that, hey, you know what? That isn't the best way to go. There's a lot of enlightenment that can come from understanding what negativity does to your body. That is the blueprint that you were giving as a human being. You know, oh, there's no manual on how to live. There's a manual on how to live. It's every single day of your life. You have direct feedback. I act like this, I feel like this. I do this, I feel like that. And now, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, 90s, you've got a pretty good armamentarium that, hey, if I do this, this is going to happen. And if I do this, this is going to happen. That's enlightenment, you know, and you've learned that. And your soul has learned that for eternity. And it's on the Akashic record, and it's on everything else, and you've done it. And then I go check out of this incarnation. I go to my dead school. I see how I did, you know, and I learn from that. I judge me. I am never being judged by anybody else. I judge me. And the way I judge me is because I'm surrounded with unconditional love, and then that's my barometer. I'm surrounded by unconditional love. That I'm looking at the movie screen that I did when I was 7 is not unconditional love. That is certainly not nice. What I did to that, what I did to them, what I did to her, what I did to him, what I did to me. Oh, look how beautiful that was. And look how that changed everybody's life. Or, hey, that wasn't very beautiful. You know, that's the judgment. The judgment at the end of time is you looking and judging your actions versus unconditional love. And learning from that, imprinting your soul, writing it on your Akashic record, incarnating back down, doing it all over again in a different way with a different body. That's evolution.
So how do we start today with practical tips of balancing that heart?
Sit in the lotus position and chant and never interact with another human being so you don't judge anybody. Or you understand that you are human and you understand that there is a conditionality to your love and to being you. Try to limit that. Try to acknowledge that. Try to embrace that. But a limited amount of love or a conditional love is certainly better than any amount of unconditional anger or hatred. So just embracing that, understanding that it's okay to love yourself and you should love yourself, and it's hard to love anybody else till you love yourself. So, and then working with that may require therapy, that may require Reiki, that may require some hypnosis to go back into a time of your life where you can rework some things. May require acupuncture to balance the chi, because sometimes we're just not capable of getting to where we need to get because it's blocked. But on a daily basis, what can I do right now? I can take a deep breath, and I can be thankful that I'm alive, and I can be thankful that other people are alive, and I can have that little moment of gratitude that in our family starts every single day with a prayer, and we go around to everybody, what are you thankful for today? And it's so neat to hear. Your 10-year-old is only thankful for the trees, the lakes, the streams, the oceans, the fish, the wildlife. I mean, that's his world, right? The 17-year-old, thank you for my talents in soccer. Thank you for this. Just a different place in your life. Me, thank you for my staff. Thank you for my patients. Thank you for again, those are the conditional things that bring me joy, happiness, and make me a living, right? That's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the reliability of our vehicles.
Right.
Thank you for every time. Thank you for the reliability of my vehicle. Why? Because it's a conditional thing that I need as a human being to help me go do Creator's work. So that's what I do on a daily basis to do it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Schrenker. And thank you for watching this episode of Mindful Medicine. And remember, you are loved.